Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, this is Battle Report Eldar vs Space Marines, and tonight we are playing Big Guns Never Tire. We have 4 objectives, one here, one behind this big obelisk, one behind the defence line, and one behind the tomb there. I am currently going second. I've deployed, I've got my Wraith Knight, 2 Fire Prisms, 3 Wave Serpents, Fire Dragons, Guardians and Dire Avengers. That's an Autarch on a jet bike. I have 4 squads of 3 jet bikes in reserve and 2 squads of Warp Spiders. And we are playing my son's new list. He's taken the Raven Guard chapter tactics. We have Shrike over there, 3 units of Assault Marines, big squad of bikes here, and they've all scouted. We've got some guys there and a Rhino, scouts behind the defence line with the Pred, and there's some more guys over there at the back. What is that over there? Devastators or?
No, just tactical squad.
Tactical squad with their last cannon, yeah?
Yep.
And there's another tank behind there, Rhino. Okay, so I'm gonna let the Space Marines go first. Not gonna try and steal the initiative. So turn 1, Space Marines. Okay, Space Marine turn 1, and it was night fight turn 1, so not a lot happened. A couple of Marines moved into the building there. The tank moved behind those obelisks. The bikes have turbo boosted, and these guys have just moved up just slightly there. So that's it. So now it's going to be my turn 1. Okay, so that was my turn 1. I just moved up a little bit here. I shot at the bikes, killed one, and I tried to kill all of those Marines there, but one guy with the Storm Shield survived. So no first blood, and the Autarch, he's just turbo boosted right over in the corner. So that's it. So now it's turn 2 for Space Marines, and they have some Terminators in reserve. Okay, so that was turn 2 there for the Space Marines, and the Terminator squad didn't come down. So what happened was the bikes came up here, tried to shoot my Wraith Lord, but didn't do any damage. And then the defence line and the Pred shot this, but I got all my cover saves from the Jinx. And then these guys up here, they come over and assaulted my Wraith Knight. I have lost 2 wounds on the Wraith Knight now. And I killed 1 Space Marine guy, so we're just locked in combat. And that was it. So now it's my turn 2 and reserved. So I have some jet bikes. They're not out. Jet bikes. Not out. There's 2 ones. Jet bikes. They're out. More jet bikes. They're out. So that's 2 squads of jet bikes out. And then some Warp Spiders. Number 1. Another one that's not out. And number 2. Dice on the floor. Yes, so 2 jet bike squads and Warp Spiders are out. Okay, so that's my turn 2. The 2 jet bike squads came on here, 1 turbo boosted over there, 1 turbo boosted over there. The Autarch, he went over and I got first blood, destroyed that Rhino, and then he moved back there. The Warp Spiders deep striked here, tried to shoot the bikes, just killed 1. And then everything else shot the bikes and managed to kill all of those. So that was it. So now it's turn 3 for the Space Marines, and see if the Terminators come out this time. They do indeed. Okay, turn 3 there for the Space Marines, and the Terminators came down here, tried to take out my heavy support, but failed to get a 6. A bit more successful over here. The last cannons over on that Pred took out this one here, so that was a kill point. The Scouts, quad gun, they shot at my Warp Spiders. I just lost 1 of those. These guys came over, tried to assault. They're 1 inch out, and we continued the combat here. There's 2 Space Marines left. I'm on 4 wounds, so we're just sort of locked in combat there. So my Wraith Knight, really struggling actually to kill these Marines. Quite interesting. Okay, so now it's my turn 3, and I have some more reserves to come. Okay, my turn 3. Both my reserves stayed in reserve. I got the Fire Dragons out and blasted the Terminators. I only killed 1 with the Fire Dragons, but then I shot everything else here, and I managed to take the Termies out. Finished off the combat here. He's now free. Wave Serpent up here with the Guardians just moved up, and the Warp Spiders came over, did some shooting over there, but didn't do any damage. The Autarch came over, tried to shoot him, but his shield saved him, and then he moved back over there. Okay, so now it's turn 4 for the Space Marines. Okay, turn 4 there for the Space Marines. Those assault guys came up here, tried to assault my Wraith Knight, but were out of range. The lone guy from the beginning of the game, he's over there assaulting my Warp Spiders, locked in combat. and then the scouts and the defence line shot at quad gun actually shot at this, did nothing. The predator shot at my fire prism. I got all of my cover saves, and that's it. So now it's my turn 4. Okay, so that's my turn 4. The bikes that were here, they've gone and turbo boosted over there. These bikes came from reserve, and then the other bikes came up from reserve. They turbo boosted there along with the Autarch. The Guardians there moved fast. Fire Dragons embarked, and they are there. I basically shot everything over at that Rhino. I managed to destroy that. So the other Warp Spiders came down here, shot the Pred, got 1 whole point gone. And then the Wraith Knights came over, and I assaulted these guys on the building, and we're locked in combat. We've got 1 wound each, and that's it. So it's now turn 5 for the Space Marines. Okay, turn 5 for the Space Marines. We battled it out here. I killed 2 of those guys. Over here, my Warp Spider finally died with this Power Fist dude. My Wave Serpent here took a whole point. And then over here, my Warp Spiders took some bullets, but I managed to save everything. And that was pretty much it. So now it's my turn 5 and potentially the last turn. Okay, so that was turn 5 there. Basically, I left the jet bikes on this objective and this objective from my side of the board. And then over here, I disembarked the Guardians, flamed the Scouts, and then I shot the rest of the Scouts out with the couple of scatter lasers, which actually means my Guardians are holding that objective. And then I took out the Pred with those Warp Spiders. That was for a kill point for heavy support. And then over here I'm contesting that objective with the jet bikes. They've turbo boosted. And then the Wraith Knight and these dudes just couldn't hit each other. So yeah, it's currently, I think it's about 12 points to 1. Yeah. But the game could go on, so let's have a look. 5, the game goes on. Okay, turn 6 there for the Space Marines. A bit of a recovery happened. So my Warp Spiders have died from the Sikaris unit that came from over there. And then here these Space Marines, they shot my Storm Guardians, then assaulted them, wiped them out and consolidated on the objective. That's their objective now. They were a bit unfortunate over here. These guys in the shooting and assault phase only managed to kill 1 jet bike, so that's still contested. The Wraith Knight, I killed another dude and we're just locked in combat there. And then this Lonely Marine tried to come over and get Line Breaker, but just not quite in range. So that's it, so now it's my turn 6. Okay, so my turn 6, the Fire Dragons disembarked, shot that guy out there. Still holding my 2 objectives. We continued the combat here, just this guy left standing. And then over here I shot everything else at this squad that was holding this objective. Then moved the Autarch in, so I'm contesting that one. Over here the other jet bike squad came over and contested that one because they lost theirs. The other 2 bikes lost the assault, so contesting that objective. So it's currently 9 kill points to 1, and we'll see if the game goes on. It does. Okay, last turn there for the Space Marines, and another recovery. So those guys there managed to kill the Autarch. Sikaris came over and whopped him on the head. And then over there, those dudes took out the jet bikes. So they're holding that objective. They're holding that objective. I have my 2 objectives here. And yeah, we're going to go into the very last turn for the Eldar. Okay, so that's the end of the game. So what I did is I took the 3 Wave Serpents over here. I managed to shoot out that squad that was holding the objective. Turbo boosted the bikes in to take that objective. I used the Fire Prism over here for this objective, which freed up those bikes. These bikes are just here. The Wraith Knight in the end managed to kill that guy off. So that was it. So the Space Marines have that objective over there, plus Slay the Warlord and Big Guns rule for the Fire Prism. I ended up with the 3 objectives and all 3 secondary objectives, plus I killed that Predator. Okay, so that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed the battle report. It's a really good game. Thanks for watching.